Welcome to our 15-minute meditation. This morning I was thinking about how, sometimes I get caught in this trap of doing or trying to do or trying to make things happen or trying to bend the universe to my will or sometimes it's this trap of thinking that I need to be doing more than I'm already doing or thinking that what I'm doing isn't enough. And what I've noticed for me is that it just creates this never-ending spiral of suffering. I just kind of get trapped in. It's like being in this hamster wheel. And when I come into that space, really the only way that I ever get out of it is by coming back into the space of the present moment. And when I come into that space of the present moment, I'm able to get a little distance away from whatever the thing is that I think I need to do, whatever the external pressure or circumstance is. I get a little distance in space, and that gives me clarity around the reality that in the present moment, I'm actually doing my best, and I'm doing everything I can, and what I'm doing is enough. And so that's one of the most beautiful gifts I've found of this practice of meditation and mindfulness, is that it gives that access back to the present moment where really everything is enough and it's perfect exactly as it is. And so we're just going to work really simply today, just a mindfulness meditation geared towards coming into presence. And so all that said, you can just get yourself situated in a seat of your choosing, so long as you are able to sit with relative ease, with a long and lifted spine. You're golden. And you'll let your hands relax into your lap wherever feels natural. Close your eyes. And perhaps right out the gate, just take a breath in through your nose and out of your mouth, let it go. And if it serves, you can take a couple more just like that, in through the nose. Maybe a sigh out of your mouth. And just here at the beginning, kind of clearing the way, clearing your space. And every single passing breath, letting go of whatever came before, whatever was or wasn't. And letting go of whatever is yet to be. And rather simply resting in each and every breath as it's happening. Your breath is your breathing, as your breath is breathing you. And in this practice, we use the breath as an anchor or as a gateway into connection and into presence. And the reasoning for this is sort of multifold. Your breath is something you have with you all the time, all the time. It's free. It's immediately accessible and available to you. Your breath works with your nervous system to create balance and peace. And to me, one of the most beautiful things about the breath as we sit here and we watch the breath flow is that the breath is this constant reminder, just a constant reminder that you already have what you need. And that it's all enough. Your breath as you watch it flow without you having to exert any control over it whatsoever. Without you needing to do anything fancy or complicated with your breath. But your breath exactly as it is. It's already enough to fuel you and nourish you and sustain you. To cleanse you, to bring you into that space of natural balance. Your breath does these things all on its own, completely unassuming. So as we sit here and rest in the experience of the breath as it's happening, just moment to moment, breath by breath. Really feel into the experience of your breath as it moves without needing to do anything with it at all. But really just resting in the enoughness of your breath as it is and as you are. It's okay if your mind feels a little bit busy or distracted, or your attention kind of wanders off. Know that that's normal and it's going to happen. And quite simply, just as soon as you notice the busyness or the distraction or the wandering, just as soon as you notice, be very gentle. Just take note. Oh, I'm thinking. Or, oh, I'm feeling. Whatever it is. And then seek out your breath again. Just over and over again. Your breath steadily and patiently waiting for you to return back to it. Just kind of give yourself to its flow. And if you're finding that your mind still feels a little bit busy, or like it kind of keeps tugging away from you, wanting to move into that space of doing or controlling or anything at all, it's okay. And if you do notice that, you might consider, as you watch your breath flow, just kind of like noting the breath as it's happening. And so like every time you breathe in, you might just say to yourself, I'm breathing in. And every time you breathe out, I'm breathing out. I'm breathing in. I'm breathing out. Or even more simply, in breath. Out breath. In breath. Out breath. And just on so long as it serves. So you can keep noting your breath in the same manner. You can simply watch it or listen for it as it flows. If you like, you might even find it helpful to sort of pinpoint a particular place in your body where you feel your breath moving, and let your attention just kind of settle and rest within that space, into that experience of your breath as it's happening. Whether it's your chest or your belly, somewhere else entirely. kind of taking it away from this conceptual thing, like rather into like the fullness of your experience, the felt experience of your breath, of your body breathing. Continuing to rest in the enoughness of your breath. For just a little while longer, linger with your breath. You might continue to stay with its movement, or you might find it starts to feel more natural to start to rest your awareness in that pause, that space at the bottom of each exhale, at the top of each inhale. That spaciousness that underlies your breath, that holds your breath. Each and every breath is born from, and that each and every breath returns back into. In this expansive space of enoughness. Rest in it and allow your breath to return you back into it over and over again. And so this in and of itself a valuable practice. Like acknowledging the reality that your mind is going to wander, it is going to get busy, that there will be distractions and circumstances that take you out of presence. This is a part of living. And that we can either allow ourselves to kind of get carried away like a leaf on the wind, or we can use what we already have, this incredible breath, exactly as it is, to serve as that anchor back into connection, and from it right back into the spaciousness, the enoughness of presence in the moment at hand. And so allow yourself a final moment or two to simply rest in your experience of your experience. As it's happening, this moment, this time and space and place that you are in. And then take a nourishing breath in through your nose, let it fill you up. Open your mouth, sigh it out, let it clear. And bring your hands together over your heart, just a simple acknowledgement of the connections that you already hold, that you already carry, that lie within you. Bring with you into the rest of your day and beyond this memory of presence and connection that you carry. Namaste.